They saying something about somebody touched their sister. Were they talking to you?
No, they were talking about you. That's what she was talking about in the TikTok.
That knows me. Have an adoptive sister. You guys just like say anything just because somebody
I think this
goes.
guy meant real sister.
But no, guys. Just because you guys, somebody like, just because somebody on the internet said it, like, does not mean that it's true.
Literally.
You guys got like, I didn't even have an adoptive sister. I don't know. Yeah, just my queen.
What is it?
What's the best way to advertise for my business? Also, I've been asking to promote it, and I'm in the Discord. What's the best way to advertise for a business?
The best thing to advertise for a business?
Say it wasn't his mom, it's his grandma. Guys, my grandma is no longer on this earth. She passed away. Y'all just be saying stuff. Y'all gotta stop just making stuff up, man. For real.
Literally.
Like, at this point, I don't want to talk about anything in my past. Like, if it's not a relationship between Olivia, Shanice, like me, or moving forward, or the idea, I don't really want to talk about it, guys, because you guys always got something new to discuss, some other bullshit to discuss. It's some other retarded thing to discuss. It's crazy. It's kind of like laid out at this point. Olivia, you gonna answer the question?
The question was...
Somebody said.
Oh, advertise your business? I guess I wouldn't even say it depends what types of business. I would just say get on social media, and mostly if you're a product-based business, get on TikTok, and take my free mini course, because I teach you how to post, how to optimize your posts, aka get your post to be like reach more people and get more eyes on your post. Every post you should get a good amount of views or have a lot of people seeing your brand. So I teach you how to do that in that course, from filming to scripting to editing to posting to captions to hashtag to everything, times like everything. So if your business is not scaling, or your brand is not scaling, or you don't know where to start with social media, DM the word content to my Instagram, Olivia AppleBarry, and get the free mini course and join the free community. And there is a content section, so you guys can get your little partners as well as ask any questions you might have. But I would say content. And make sure that your business solves a problem and show that on social media. That's what I would say. That's what I would say.
What keeps y'all motivated other than each other? That's a great question. You want to go first, Queen?
What motivates me, like after each other, is honestly the people that I can be impacting. The people in my life, I want to bless my family, I want to bless my friends, I want to bless people that don't know me, I want to bless people that hate me, I want to bless people that in the world that don't even know I exist but need my help. I want to help all those people. Like, the reason, everything that motivates me is other people. And when you start making your motivation not about you, I want to be better, I want to have the car, I want to have the house, I want to have this, and you make it about I want to help people, the motivation just like 10x's. So that's what I would say. It's all about other people for me. Everyone.
I second that. Yo, yo, yo.
Hi. Hold on, let me turn on the light. No,
It looked like you in the
I'm
club.
at
Them
home.
lights.
Hi. Sorry, I look crazy.
Yo, what's
Hi. So
up?
I
Hi.
wasn't expecting to get picked tonight, so excuse all this. Are we doing like the TikTok questions first?
Of
So my
course.
name
What's
is
your name? Where you from?
Darielle, but I go by my middle name, which is Lene. And I'm originally from Fayetteville, North Carolina, but I live in Texas. So
No,
yeah, North
North
Carolina.
Carolina. All
I'm
right.
26.
How old are you? Would you be in a poly relationship? That's a yes. All right. So with that being said, what's the number one thing you learned from watching our lives?
Honestly, I would just say that watching you guys, I have learned that there are definitely a lot of negative people in the world. Wrong. I don't always agree with everything that y'all say, and sometimes I'm just like, what? But at the same time, I'm not behind the camera like talking all this rah 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 in the comments because it's kind of point like. So I don't know. I guess I'm like just be who you are at the end of the day because that's what I'll be doing. Like y'all just be being y'all. So that's about it. Can I ask questions and
Okay.
stuff now?
I'm asking the
Or,
questions around here. No, I'm just kidding. One sec. What is a way that we can provide you all more
I
value?
would say just like y'all are putting yourselves out on this platform for everybody to have an opinion and just not like get so upset and defensive when people do have genuine questions. Like assumptions and
You mean when they say dumb shit like I used to mess with my adopted sister when I never even had an adopted sister?
well,
Like when they say stupid shit like that.
I haven't heard that. So I
Yeah, right. That's a new comment. That's a new rumor of the day of the week.
I mean if it's not true, then what's wrong with saying first getting mad and upset and defensive and like get mad at everybody.
I don't think I'm mad. I think sometimes it just gets
Yeah,
annoying.
like
But you're right.
just
We
for
can
the
handle it
simple
better.
fact that y'all are putting yourselves out there for people to, you know, to have that opinion and things like that. So I just feel like at the end of the day, you gotta kind of be open to whatever people say and not get upset. Sorry, my baby. I just recently had a baby, so thank you.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
That's why I want to get into like all these questions that I have and stuff because I have seen
Go
on
ahead.
a few lives that like you mentioned if you ever had a baby or your 7 queens or whatever have a baby, you wouldn't change a diaper or like you wouldn't do
I'm
things like that.
not.
And I just want to know like have you ever been or do you know somebody close to you that have a baby or has had a baby?
You
Yes,
pretty close to me right now. You
I
got a
do.
baby,
So
right? Are you with
yes.
your baby father?
And so that brings me to my next thing. So postpartum is very real, right? And it comes in all different types of forms, fashion, whatever. I personally don't like to say postpartum depression because just because you're going through postpartum doesn't always mean it's sad and depressing. It's just an overwhelming emotions and hormones and things like that. Okay. So with that being said, Olivia, you're 20, right? 2021. Do you plan on having kids one day? Okay. Do you know anybody close to you that has had a baby or pregnant or anything like that? You do? Have you seen firsthand like the emotions that it can bring and the neediness that you may have for your partner, like firsthand? Have you seen how that can affect in a relationship or affect, like, you know, how just things are, because hormones are crazy, hormones are everywhere, right? Okay, which brings me to my next point. I'm kind of talking in circles. After you have a baby, you go through postpartum, and whether you have an easy delivery or you have a hard delivery, you're going to need your partner's support. For me personally, I tore when I had my baby. So my child's father had to change her diapers. I couldn't even walk after I had the baby. I couldn't do anything. So I really relied on my partner to support me and change my baby's diapers and do things like that. So my question is, if that were to happen with Olivia or any of your other queens, would you step in to like help them, or would you just be like, I said I'm not changing a diaper, so my other queen can help you?
The thing is, I know that he would be providing and protecting the household. I know he would also not let me or not allow me to be in a position he knew I couldn't handle. So until to the point where I can't handle it, I will communicate with him and we will get it taken care of. I will get all the help that I need, whether it's him, whether it's another queen, whether it's whatever. But the problem's gonna be handled as long as I communicate with him, because, you know, he's gonna make sure that that the family's taken care of.
So period. Sean, same question for you. Say for instance, Olivia gets pregnant before you get your other queens, and y'all have to go through that, and the situation may come where you have to step in and take care of that baby. Would you do it? So you wouldn't take care of your own kid? Not, and I don't mean providing financially, because
you gotta listen. You gotta listen. Why am I going to sit up here and try to be a second mom when that's the whole point of polygyny, is like coming together to overcome the hardships of life together? You ever heard the saying it takes a village to raise a kid?
It's taking a village for me. Absolutely.
Right. So with that being said, how come, if that's the age old, that's how we grew up, that's what our parents taught us, or some of our neighbors helped raise us, why is it so weird when I'm like, her sister queens?
Because a lot of times if the father is in the child's life, they do want to be a part of helping taking care of a child they help create.
I will change each one of my kids' diapers once just to say I did it. I don't think that that's my man. I mean, that's my duty as a man to be a second mom.
And so you think of second mom instead of dad, is what you're saying?
That's what most dads are. Second mom.
So what are the other ones that are not the most? What are they qualify? Are they just providers? Like a dad is just you financially support, and is that what makes you a dad?
No, I think a dad's job is to be an example of, one, how a man should treat a woman, of two, what hard work looks like, of three, what sacrifice looks like, and to instill in their daughters a sense of self-worth and to know that they are loved, and teach them how to validate themselves off of internal things rather than like seeking like an external source of validation. For men, I think they need to teach men to be dutiful, dangerous, responsible. So I think that fathers teach principles.
Okay. I have another question. Okay, so yes.
Question for you before we move on. Do you ever remember your dad changing your diaper?
No,
like, do you have a memory of that?
Of my...
Right. So let me ask you a question. If you don't have a single memory of your diaper being changed, I'm not saying that it's insignificant. What's the big deal of not changing
So I
that kid's
guess
diaper?
like it's not really that big of a deal because it's a diaper. When I use the diaper
Exactly,
example, it's because like I've
exactly my
heard you
point.
say out of your mouth that you know you wouldn't change a diaper, and I just wanted to know in a scenario where if Olivia, you know, had a hard birthing experience and she wasn't able to get up and change the baby's diaper in the middle of the night, and you don't have other queens at the moment, like would you step up? And you said no. That's your answer. Cool, got it. So I'm not even gonna go back and forth with you on that.
Why would I? Why would I step up to be a second mom and do a worse job than
Because parenthood is all
her
about
sister
trial
Queen?
and error. It's all about learning. It's not that you're doing a bad job. It's just you don't know yet. And the more you do it, the more you find out and the more you learn and you know. It's not about being a second mom. It's about being a dad to a child that you
But he is gonna
and
be a
yeah,
dad.
you're
Like,
right,
he
but
is gonna be a dad. You
you
don't
know
need
you
to
don't.
change
You
diapers
don't
to
have
be
to
a
change
dad.
diapers to
Like,
be a dad. That's why I said I only use that example specifically because I heard Sean say it. But that's why I said, okay, so most of the people that you don't feel like are a second mom, what do you feel like they do? And you explain, you know, provide and the other stuff that you said. I got it. I get it. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. So
well, how about this? Let's make it easy. I don't want him
that's
to change.
fine. If you don't want to, I completely understand because I made comments before I had a baby. I made comments that I'm not calling you ignorant, but I made ignorant comments about parenthood because I didn't know. But now that I have a kid and I know things, I kind of like eating my words because it's like, dang, I said I wasn't going to do this or I said this wasn't going to happen and it's all happening. So
I
I
agree
get it.
with you there.
You can't know what you don't know. This
I agree
right.
with you there. I can't be
Something that
certain
you don't
about,
know, something you have no
not
experience on. Absolutely.
yeah, that I don't know, but also I can also be certain about that I will
And
have the help that I
that's
need.
all that matters
Period.
at the end of the
Like,
day.
he's
If
not
Sean's
gonna
not gonna
allow
change
me to.
diaper, as long as
He's
that baby's diaper is getting changed and that baby's happy and healthy, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Like really and truly. So that was
really.
just I wanted to just, you know, get some clarification on that. My next question is I watch you guys live a lot. Like so I'm not clipping. This is like stuff that I've seen for myself. So I've seen Olivia basically say like, you know, sisterhood with the 7 queens and things, and she can find friendships with the other queens versus, you know, going out and getting single friends and things like that. My question is, do you really want your only friends to be the same people that you're sleeping with the same man with your friends, your sisterhood? Like you don't want friends that y'all are not sharing the same partner in the bed? For Olivia.
Is that for me or for her?
Okay, so you said, do I not
Well,
want a
you say,
partner
I know you
queen?
say you have girlfriends on the side and stuff, but I also seen you and Sean say that y'all basically the other queens will also be like a sisterhood, a friendship group, whatever, and that's all you're gonna need at the end of the day. But do you not want to have a friend group that y'all are all not sleeping with the same man?
No, I don't really see. The thing is like the those are gonna be my girls. Those are gonna be my queen, like the queens, and we're just gonna connect in a whole different way. And we're also gonna be like working together to better each other. There's just gonna be so much more alignment with queens rather than girlfriends because we're all like looking to achieve the same thing, which is helping as many people, but also working together to help as much people. So I just see myself spending more times with the queens rather than like girlfriend.
Well, that right. So like my question was like, your friends, you can't accomplish that same mission with friends that you're not sleeping with the same man.
I mean, honestly, we could, but it's not going to be the same. Because think about it, people, what we could start when we're 20 or 20, between 20 and 25. But people grow up, they start to get into relationships, then all of a sudden the business or our mission is not as much as a priority than like us working together and us actually impacting people. Like people have separate lives and people have like different motives for doing things, right? I can't just guarantee that, that she's not gonna want to like just venture off and have a family one day. But I can know for sure that, hey, we're all on the same mission. It's super aligned. It doesn't matter if we get into, our relationship, but we all have a relationship, but like I don't have to worry about that because I know that we are all on the same page regardless of what comes up or whatever.
Okay. I don't want to say I get it, but I get it. I can't relate, but I get it. Let me say that. Can't relate, but I get it. Sean, I have a question for you. So you're probably dating, right? And I know you said that you don't have casual sex, but so you don't have casual sex with the girls you're dating. You're just going on dates. Okay, right.
Correct.
So how would you know that you would want to make them a queen if you haven't tried? Is it one of those wait till you're a queen in that position type situation?
It's a girl. They'll be a girlfriend first before they become a queen. And
That the
when I
next
have a girlfriend,
steps
I'll be
happen.
fucking the lashes off of her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be fucking the lashes off of her when she's a queen. When she's a
My
girlfriend.
next question: is STD testing a requirement since you are really?
Yes. Before I'm not gonna mess up a royal family for a feeling. That's crazy. So every queen is tested. Every girlfriend's tested before we ever do anything, and then just
Okay.
STD test.
So with that being said, because I low key be saying that sometimes when I'm trying to transition into the next thing. So
yeah.
if they pass all their requirements or whatever to become a girlfriend, if you were to get one of them, they graduated to queen or whatever, I guess it's a kind of a question for you and Olivia. If you were to get one of them pregnant before Olivia, would that kind of be like, do you think that would hinder y'all's relationship a little bit? Because Olivia, I guess, is the last standing queen.
You have to ask Olivia that.
If Sean were to graduate one of the girls that he's dating into being another queen, would that, and got the other girl pregnant first, would that kind of like make you feel some type of way because you've been like the last standing queen and you've been there the longest? Like, would you?
No, not necessarily, because some people are going to be older.
So you think like because they're older, they're probably going to be ready for a family first, or kind of like before you?
Not necessarily that. It's just that, women kind of have like a clock for months.
Yes and no. Yes and no. I feel like as long as you have your monthly cycle, you can have a child, and people can have their cycle for a while. So
you don't think that you don't think women
until their cycle goes off? Yeah, that's where the clock ends. But just because you're 40 years old and you still have a monthly cycle, you can still have a child. Like a part.
Yeah, and that it's also such thing as high risk pregnancy. So I think you should research that a little bit.
Pregnancy, I know about that, but
so you know exactly
having a high risk pregnancy does not stop your clock. That doesn't prevent you from having a child. You're just gonna have to be careful while you're pregnant. So it's just kind of like one of those things where if you don't know about it, you kind of don't know. Like, if anything, like I know a little bit about pregnancy, so I it's kind of like one of those things. I'm not going to tell you about how to be a man, so I really don't want to take advice about stuff like that. But that's neither here nor there.
but you also have to consider that, like, in a woman's like reproductive years, they will like lose
Oh,
a
definitely, for
thousand
sure.
eggs,
I'm not saying like
roughly. But and also
I-
they only
I'm
ovulate
not
once
saying
a
it's
month.
impossible
They're
for an older lady or someone higher in age to get pregnant. I'm not saying vice versa. I'm saying like just because there is a biological clock doesn't prevent you from still having a child in your older years.
I know, but we're kind of talking about like a under 10% situation, and like we just why would you want to
I
risk
get
that
it.
if you actually want to start a family? Like if you want to start a family, I would take that pretty seriously and not wait till you're like
Mm-hmm.
35 and be like, oh, I have a family now. But I mean, I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying that like, you know, it's just if you're serious about it, I would actually
Okay,
put it to work.
that's I get it. Like I get it because you're still young, so you still have a lot of life ahead of you. Like, and my personal advice is yes, wait as long as you can because it's not it's not something that you want to rush and just because like oh my god like I see a baby, I have baby fever, I want to have a baby. Like it's one of them things that you know do it on your time. Okay, but whatever.
I feel this way. I feel like this way about motherhood. If you have all, I wouldn't say, if you have all the resources to take care of a baby, and then some, as well as I feel like you're never really fully ready for motherhood. You think you're ready until you actually have the kid. That I don't have. I'm not saying that, but every person that I have heard that has had a baby would be like, I wasn't
You're
fully
never gonna
ready,
be ready.
100%.
Yeah,
And I feel like that's
right,
just life. Like you're never
right.
going to be ready for a situation. So as long as you have the resources to take care of a child, and I know we will have the resources and then some,
Okay. Okay,
then
cool. Okay, so moving on from like, kids, pregnancy, whatever, whatever. My next question is kind of for Olivia. How honestly, how does it feel just with it being you and Sean? Like honest answer. If Sean wasn't standing there right now and it was just like me and you on the live, like what would your answer be to me? Like how does it feel just it being you since you have been in the situation of you and somebody else? Like it didn't just start off as you.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
like
how is the situation
how
now?
does
You're
it
saying,
feel?
or
Like do you feel kind of like bad that the last situation didn't work out, so it kind of put that awkwardness over the relationship, obviously because it was public. But like how does it feel? Like do you feel good? Do you feel just like the same? Is it like how do you feel?
I feel like everything that happened just happened because
But how do
it
you
just
feel
needed
it just
to.
being you? Like when you come home and you walk through the door
And
and
about
it's
this.
just you.
Oh, okay.
You're asking your questions, keep them
But
short.
Yeah.
Like you're
that's why I just
confusing
said,
us.
how does it feel?
So
Just let her say. How's it feel with it just being me and you?
I feel like it's great. However, I do know that there is more alignment
Okay.
coming.
So that comment right there kind of made me feel like you don't like you're not looking forward to it being other queens. Like you're good with it just being you.
How do you how did you take that simple comment and turn it into me not wanting
I know I
other
said you're not
queens?
looking
I'm just
forward
saying
to
that
it.
it's always gonna be great with him regardless. Like, period. I just know with other queens, it's going to be a lot more people that are going to be aligned, and it's still going to be even. It's going to be even better time because there's going to be a lot of people.
So you feel like you're gonna feel
And
better
working
when he
together.
does start putting more queens into it. Like you're gonna feel good about it still.
I'm going to feel good about it. I'm
Okay.
going to feel great about it, yes.
So Sean,
Mm-hmm.
I really hate to ask about somebody that's not there, but if say for instance, you say, you know, you messed up with Shanice and you didn't do what you were supposed to do. Was it like were you not doing what you were supposed to do with Shanice, but you were doing what you were supposed to do with Olivia? Since, you know, one.
Two totally different relationships.
Okay, I get that. So you were meeting Olivia's standards, but you weren't meeting your ex-partner's standards.
Yeah. Ultimately, I failed as a man and as a leader to create an environment where Shanice felt comfortable. I just think Shanice didn't have necessarily the courage and the confidence to have those difficult conversations. And as a man, as a leader, you got to create a healthy environment where your woman feels safe. You know, everybody has their strengths and their weaknesses. And Shanice is like a very delicate flower. You know, she's a very sweet person, but she's very, 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 very delicate. So she was just shut down real quick. And that's,
So if
you know,
you
100%
ever
my fault.
move on to another queen and she has some quality traits that reminds you of your ex-partner, will it kind of be like an automatic no-go for you, or will you like try to?
I'm not one thing. I only ask for three things in a relationship: loyalty, respect, and communication. That's it. That's all I need for my queens. And I always say that uncomfortable conversations create healthy relationships. With that being said, if a woman can't communicate with me, I don't care how much I like her, love her, we just can't be together. Because if we can't communicate and you start creating narratives in your own head and keeping stuff to yourself, and it's just not gonna work.
Okay, so I really have like just I guess one more question, and it's about like the living situation. How you said you would get your queens like I guess multiple units in a complex. What if like, you know, your queens want a house with a yard and
well, they can go.
so you
They can
wouldn't
go
get
do
your
their own
queen a
thing.
house
Well,
if she
like,
wanted one?
I'm not. If she want, what do you need a house for in a yard? You by yourself.
So she can have like a puppy or an animal, and then the
You can have. There's plenty of people who have puppies here. They have a dog park in our complex.
so you're fine with living in a complex, like you don't care about like ever getting a house or anything like that.
I'll get a house. We'll get a mansion by that time. We'll have a yacht. We'll have all that type of stuff. But right now, my next queen, if she comes and is like, I want a house, and I'll be like, go get you a house.
So whenever like y'all have y'all mansion and yachts and stuff like that, are they still gonna have like their own little living quarters, or are y'all all just gonna have your own room in the mansion?
It'll all just be about the alignment and like how in sync they are. One thing I realized in my last relationship is that, you know, women need space. You know, that was like a big thing. Just gotta have enough space so people don't feel like clutter.
I get it. Okay, well, that's really I'm.
By the way, I think it's crazy that you said. Sorry, I think it's crazy that you say motherhood is so hard.
I didn't say
you got enough time to come on our live.
Well, I do say motherhood is hard, but I did not word for word. I did not tell you motherhood was hard. If people ask me how motherhood is, I say it is the hardest yet most rewarding job in the world. It is very hard. So that's why when I seen you made the comment about like you wouldn't kind of like change diapers or anything, knowing what I know and just like taking care of a child, that little things like changing a diaper sometimes can mean a lot when you really need it. So that was just my whole.
I mean, it's the thought that counts. We get it, but you know, my queens are not. Hopefully, they're not gonna have to face those challenges.
Yeah, and I get it. And on top of that, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I'm with my baby all day. If I want to take time to myself to get on live, that's okay. Like my baby's taken care of. She's right here. She's not in harm. She's not in danger. Like I feel like it was kind of like not disrespectful, but almost kind of questioning like how I am as a mother. Like, oh, you got time to get on live, but motherhood is so hard. Like, yeah, parenting is hard.
No, I just think it goes against what you guys be seeing. Y'all be trying to make it. I'm not trying to downplay motherhood. Hold on, let me let Olivia finish that. Go ahead, man. Just put that in like a bowl or something so we don't have to keep constantly dealing with the noise. It's pretty loud. Where you going, my queen? Okay. You don't want to just put it in a bowl?
Nah. There's not real chips in there.
See, like, okay, while we were waiting on Olivia, I'm just like reading comments because I wasn't reading them. And it's like people are so rude. Like, so that's why I don't always agree or like go with what y'all say or do, but for the simple fact that y'all get on this platform in front of thousands and thousands of negative hate comments all day, like that takes a lot. That takes a lot. And it really does play on a person's mental, no matter how much you act like you don't care, or it's like, nah, I don't care, y'all are like, I know y'all see some of that stuff and it's like, it's stupid. Like, why are y'all doing all that? If y'all don't want to watch it, don't watch it. Like, if you don't agree with something, sit there and say, I don't agree, and go on about your day. Like, nobody is paying y'all to be hateful at the end of the day. So that's just what I had to say, because
I think people operate from their level of consciousness, and these people are going through life the best that they can. So unfortunately, you can't solve. You're right. There are people that are negative. I'm not sitting up here saying we're the most positive people or we're perfect. However, there's a lot of negative people here. And one thing is, you can't solve, Albert Einstein said, you can't solve a problem in the state of consciousness or in the level of consciousness that it occurs. So what we want to do, what we've been focusing on, is coming up with something that we can help people raise their level of consciousness, push to another level of consciousness, push to world-class levels of consciousness, so that they can operate on, more positive paradigms, meaning like have more positive trains of thoughts. Because these people, a lot of them just see the negativity in everything. I couldn't imagine how much. Like, I'm just trying to imagine going to somebody's page that I
right. And
supposedly
just sitting
don't
there taking
like.
time and talking shit. Like, what do you get out of that? Like, I never understood that. Even if I don't like something and I'm watching it, I'm not taking time out of my day to sit there and spew hate. Like, it's not cute. It's just really not cute. And it takes more energy to be ugly and nasty and mean than it is to be happy. So no, I don't agree with everything y'all do. I wouldn't be in a what is it? Yeah, a poly and what do y'all, because Olivia don't date the girl, but didn't y'all explain like it's a tri or V or what is it?
It's a lily.
Sean, I think in another life you really wanted to be a comedian, because I be seeing where you be trying to come from, but sometimes you just be like, come on now. Like, what was that? Was I and
See, you do that pretty good. Do it again.
No. Anyways, thank y'all for having me
All right.
on.
You
I
got
do
a
not
business?
have a business. Well, I have one up and coming. I'm gonna be
We
having a
appreciate you.
business
We
soon,
appreciate you.
so just whatever. But
Business. Say it right. If I taught you one thing, I should teach you how to say business. Come on,
no,
girl.
how I'm
Show some
supposed to carry
respect.
my world and
Business.
carry myself in the
It's
nice world, and I'm
business.
talking about
Business.
business. It's business.
Business.
I will have my own
Business.
business one day. Thank you.
Hey, excuse me. You can't talk back to me. I'm perfect. What's wrong with you? It's business.
Sean, see, I want to come out here and be real nice and respectful. So we just gonna go ahead and have a good night.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye, girl.
Bye.
Miss Mamas. Miss Mamas.
Life of danger. Early come. Jump from the Somebody say I actually have questions about business. Yeah, I better jump up here.
Yeah.
life of danger. Somebody say, I need a private investor. Are you down? Investor, depends on the investment. You got to DM me. Hey, this woman says she's a photographer. How can she promote it and be big with it? Any advice, Olivia?
Get on TikTok, get on Instagram, do the combo, and you could honestly just repost your TikToks on your Instagram. Mostly if you're photography, what I would do differently if you're a local business and you want to do local work is that I would tag, when you post on Instagram, I would tag your location every single time. And then I would also do hashtag Los Angeles photographer, hashtag Houston photographer, San Diego photographer, and every video or photo or whatever, and also do that on TikTok, and you will attract the right people.
Also, go work an event for free. Get connected in your community. Go work an event for free. Connect with people. Get to know people in the industry. Depends on where you want to go. If you're trying to work with high-level people, sometimes high-level people pull through, do a great job. Just meet people. I would just go work a couple events for free and get to know people. Oh my gosh. Man.
And DM the word content. DM the word content to my Instagram, Olivia AppleBarry, and get my free content course. If you're like, where do I start? That will teach you everything from how to
teach you everything.
Everything. How to come up with ideas forever and ever to posting. Earthing. Well, not earthing, but like earthing that's necessary to be pretty big and get people to see your brand a lot.
Somebody say just spreading some love because y'all human too. We appreciate that.
Appreciate y'all.
Somebody say, what's your perfect day in San Diego? Wake up early, go to the gym. Wake up early, do self-development, go to the gym, come back, shower with the most beautiful, powerful queen in the world. Give me a kiss. Have some breakfast, lead my team, have them crush the day, produce, go out, extrovert, go to the beach, come back. TikTok live. Simple. See if Instagram's allowing us to add people right now.
Let's see.
Somebody's. All right.
What?
All right. We good? We good. Let's see. It's be weird, you guys. Request to join. Mm-mm-mm-mm. All right, y'all. I don't know why Instagram is on some hating stuff right now, but it's not allowing us to add people right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and end it. We appreciate you guys. Peace.